Hello students, welcome to the class. I am teacher Amanda.
Hi, I am teacher Amirul.
Hi, I am teacher Mukri.
Hello, hi. My name is Sir Sharifuddin.
Let's start our lesson with some introduction. School co-curriculum activities include three main activities, namely clubs or associations, uniform bodies, and sports or games. Participation in all three of these activities are part of the teaching and learning process in schools as stipulated in the Education Regulations, which is Curriculum National 1997, effective 1 January 1998, which is Education Act 1996, Section 18 and 30. Therefore, to evaluate students' co-curricular activities, the guidelines of physical activity assessment, sports and curriculum of secondary schools have been provided by the Ministry of Education Malaysia. The rationale of this approach is to avoid elements of injustice in scoring. Through this, the use of forms and means of assessment standards allow elements of injustice in scoring can avoid it. There are four objectives of curriculum evaluations. First, to provide a standard method of assessment of co-curricular activities and can be adopted by all schools. Second, assisting the full boarding school division, Majlis Amanah Rakyat, assessing the admissions of students to the institution. The third, to assist the management, department, institution of higher learning, Ministry Higher Education in assessing the admission of students to public institutions. And the lastly is to encourage and increase comprehensive involvement among the students. Next, we go to evaluation method. To ensure that students are always fit and active in co-curricular activities, co-curricular assessments are conducted annually throughout his schooling. Assessment results will be presented in the form of current year performance, which is grade point average, and gathered performance throughout the school period, which is cumulative grade point average. The assessment period each year begins from 1 January to 31st December. PAJSK format. PAJSK format divided into three components, which consist of three sections. Section 1 is SEGAC. Section 2 is Co-Curriculum, which is clubs or association, uniform bodies, and sports or games. And Section 3 is Extra Curriculum. First, SEGAC. SEGAC is a set of physical fitness standard tests to measure levels health-based physical fitness of students. Measured fitness components in SEGAC is contained in the physical education syllabus primary and secondary schools. These tests should be administered by the teacher of physical education and implemented in March and August. Second, co-curriculum. Every student is compulsory to follow three co-curricular activities as follows. For your information, 10% of curriculum marks have been set as merit requirement for admission to public institution, which is IPTA or UA. Therefore, co-curriculum marks is very important to students before entering the public institution. The third one is extracurriculum. What is extracurriculum? Extracurricular is a voluntary activity that is beneficial on or at outside of school hours towards admirable personal formation. For example, school prefects. It is one of the extracurriculum that students involved in school. Students, there are three aspects of assessment in curriculum activities. The first one is involvement, the second one is achievement, and the last one is participation. All activities that students participate in will be recorded to encourage students to obtain a commensurate score for participation in the activity. Only the highest scores from each subcomponent of the co-curriculum taken into account for assessment purposes. As we can see at the table below, there are three aspects that have been mentioned before, which is involvement, which consists of 50 marks, participation, 40 marks, and performance, which consists of 20 marks. Each of the aspects have its own subcomponent and it contains its own mark. Let us go through one by one. The first one is position held, which consists of 10 marks. Marks are awarded to individuals who hold the highest position in co-curricular activities. Ordinary members and other positions are also allocated marks according to the type of position. As we can see at the table below, it shows the scores of position held in club or associations and sports or games. The highest score is the leader of the club or the sports and games, and followed by the others. However, the score for position held for uniform bodies that are organized by a government department or agency is different from the previous one. One of the examples of uniform bodies that are organized by a government department or agency is known as Cadet Remaja Sekolah. Same as before, the score for position held in uniform bodies that are not organized by a government department or agency is also different. One of the examples of non-government department or agency uniform body is St. John Ambulance and Scout. As you can see, the position held for martial arts is also different from the others. The scores we can see in the table below.
Okay, the involvement. Level of involvement. Marks are awarded to all members based on their contribution and commitment in all activities they carry out and the level of involvement. Engagement score for individual and team or team members are same. Three types of level of involvement are best described below. The level 1 involvement, which is the student who as a athlete or participant in a camp or tournament or courses or competition, which is the student who participate as an athlete and in the same time he is or play on their team. Okay, the second level is the student categories as a implementation committee, technical staff, or intermission presentation. This level give to the student who take care the this level, which is as a staff and also as a technical at the same time. Okay, the third level, which is the involvement of students who violent the event such as supporter, cheerleader, and so on. This is mentioned to the students who are supporter of their team and also cheerleader, which is give a supporter to their team. Okay, we go to the involvement elements score. This element have 5 stages, which is international, country, state, Sabah and Sarawak, and also zone or district. This state, this level have a different mark to the student who are involved at their level, which is international, country, state, Sabah and Sarawak, and also zone and district. Okay, first for the student involvement at the level 1, which is the student who are athlete, competition, or also camping student, which is the student who are participate at this level. The student can get 20 marks when she or he participate at the international level, and then he or she can get 70 marks at the country level, then 40 mark can get at the state level, and for Sabah Sarawak, he or she can get 12 mark when she participate at the Sabah Sarawak, and also then for the zone or district level, he or she can get 11 mark. Okay, this is for the involvement of level 1. Okay, we go to the involvement of level 2, which is the student who are community staff or staff technical or tactical and control the game or control the situation when the game is berjalan. Okay, the student who participate at the international level, he or she can get 50 mark. At the country level, he or she can get 12 mark. At the state level, he or she can get 10 mark. For the Sabah and Sarawak, he can get 9 mark. And at the zone or district level, he or she can get 8 mark. Okay, then we go to the involvement of level 3, which is the student who are supporter or leadership, which is the student give supporter to their team at this level. When they are participate at the international level, he can get 10 mark. For the country level, he can get 8 mark. At the state level, he can get 6 mark. At the Sabah Sarawak, he or she can get 4 mark. And at the zone or district level, he or she can get 4 mark. Okay, we go to the commitment. Commitment is assessed from 10 aspects in the observation of the adversary teacher. The observation cover aspects that related to the leadership, attitude, and seriousness of a student to perform activities. The adversary teacher only can mark a maximum of 4 aspects of the 10 options given. The student who are showing a leadership, which is she or he show their attitude as a leader to make a leader in a team. This element can give their 3 mark of this commitment. Okay, then the second is manage activity. The student who can manage activity, which is manage some game or some activity that involve the student, he or she can get 3 mark. And then the student who are helping the teacher and also friend, he can get 2 mark, which is the student who are help in the activity sport, which is help bring the water, bring the ball, bring the equipment that teacher need to bring. Okay, the next is provide the equipment. The student who are provide the equipment, which is the ball, the racket, or the some equipment that teacher asked to bring, he or she can get 2 mark. And then packing the equipment, which is after we use the equipment, we need to packing equipment at the store, and the student who help this, he or she can get 2 score. And then the student who clean the area, which is when we have a game, which is olahraga 1 tahunan atau sport day, sukan tahunan. After the finish the game, we need to clean the area, and then the student who clean the area, he or she can get 2 mark. And then the student need to punctual. Okay, the student who are punctual, he or she can get 2 mark. Okay, the punctual we need because it is very important to the teacher. And then the student who are showing the interest, which is show interest at the sport, or show interest at a leader, or like to help the teacher and also student, he or she can get 2 mark. And then the student who are showing seriousness, which is seriousness in sport or seriousness in leadership, he or she can get 2 mark. And then the student who are follow the instruction, he or she can get 2 mark. This commitment will show that the student, when the teacher asks the student to go at the field at the time, she or he can go at the punctual time. Okay, next is to try, which is the student like to try the new element or new commitment, which is try to bring the equipment, try to make a leadership. This show that the student have a 2 mark. And then the student who cooperate, which is kerjasama to the teacher or student, he or she can get 2 mark. And then lastly, wishful value can be observed. This show to the all of student who show the good value to the teacher, and then they can get 2 mark. Okay, that's all the commitment or element that the student need have, or the student need show to the teacher, so they can get some mark or some score to themselves.
Hi, I am Teacher Mukri. So I will continue in contribution service. In the aspect, the marks are given to students based on their involvement and contributions in activities or programs at the school level. The 4 aspects access cover the following. First is athlete or participant. Student who register as an athlete or participant in program, competition, carnival, or course will get 10 marks. Second is special skill. Students who have special skill such as referee or coach team will get a 10 mark. Next is performance. Students who have involved in activity such as intermission performance will get 8 marks. And the last one is endorsement. Students help make activity from club or association success, like took part in parade or performance, will get 5 marks. Next is attendance. The full mark for attendance is 40 marks. The attendance aspect give the highest score in this assessment. The purpose is to encourage students to attend each of the meetings set. The number of meetings shall be not less than 12 times a year, taking into account one meeting equivalent to the 3 hours. Exception from attendance is only considered if the student is ill, participate in the other co-curriculum activities with school approval and other reasonable courses. This is example for involvement element scores. If the student only come once meeting from the whole year, will get 3.33 marks. And if the student who come the all 12 meetings the whole year, will get the full mark is 40.
So we move to involvement in achievement. So achievement contain 20 marks. Score are given based on student achievement in the competition is implemented at all level. The achievement that are assessed are only to position of first runner-up, second runner-up, and third. However, fourth and fifth place is given in individual event at school level. We continue with student achievement marks. Student achievement marks are as follow. As you can see, student achievement marks are divided into few categories. Start with international, national, state, West Sabah and Sarawak, district and school. The marks given for place internationals is 20 points for the highest and 8 points for the first place in school level. The lowest for school level are fifth place is 4 points and 18 points for the lowest in international. The rest are given in the table below.
Apart from co-curriculum activities, extracurriculum also contain 10 marks and will contribute to the result of the student's co-curriculum evaluation. The scores obtained in this field will be added with the highest average score of 2 from 3 co-curriculum activities, which is club or association, uniform bodies, and games or sports. There are 5 elements in extracurriculum, which are service, special award, community service, NILAM, the trends in international mathematics and science study, and program for international student assessment. The first one is service. Service is referred to the position held by pupils in non-co-curricular association that involve service for a purpose, assist in school management and administration. For example, school prefects. The table below shows the service scores. As we can see, the highest scores is the leader of head prefect, which is 10 and followed by the others. The next one is special award. Special award is one of the extracurriculum. It is the recognition by government agencies, non-governmental organizations, sports unions or associations related to co-curricular activities of students inside and outside the school grounds. For example, district-level co-curricular and sports special awards. Special award score is also different from the others, so you can refer to the table below. The third one is community service. Community service is a community work performed as a group and have specific goals and objectives. Programs which are recognized in the assessment of co-curricular marks are of a standing nature itself and not an extension of existing co-curricular activities. For example, environmental, spiritual, and neighborhood activities, which consist of score 1. The fourth one is NILAM, which standing for Nadi Ilmu Amalan Membaca. It is one program that combines all reading encouragement activities held in schools by giving recognition. The implementation of this program includes the assessment of a reading continuous throughout the year, and marks are accumulated cumulatively until they finish school. So, this is the guideline for NILAM scoring. As we can see, The more the book you read, the higher the mark you get. Therefore, students will be encouraged to read more books so that they will be certificated as Nilam. The last one is known as TIMSS and PISA. The Trends in International Mathematics and Science Study is a test that examines high school students' mastery level on science and mathematics subjects, while Program for International Student Assessment examines students' ability and mastery related to science, mathematics, and reading skills specifically to students aged 15 and under. This is the method of calculating marks. As we can see, the club scores, the uniform body scores, and sports and games, also extracurriculum, will be added to get the result. However, only the two best average marks will be taken into account. We will learn more in depth about this in class practice shortly.
Last but not least, for conclusion, there are various advantages and benefits of co-curricular implement in education. Therefore, its implementation must be careful, planned, and carried out with more seriously by all parties. With this assessment evaluation, it really help teachers and students know the level of the students and help the teacher give marks to them. This is so important that the implementation of co-curriculum in education can achieve its objective and succeed in producing a generation that highly educate and noble character. Thank you.